Hey everybody, this is Grace. Pardon the backdrop here, but it's might be storming in a little while. It's too noisy inside. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to give a little update about a woman named Bonnie. Now she's around 51 years old. It's early in 2020. Well, now Bonnie is overall rather histrionic, but she's also a bit histrionic. Those are both part of cluster B personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder. And there's also borderline personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder in the DSM under cluster B personality disorders. Now Bonnie, I'm not diagnosing her, but she has the behaviors mainly of the histrionic, but also a little bit of narcissistic. And she's 51, and her daughter Trish, she had her husband just kind of disappeared. Well, not kind of, he just did one day, and they have two young girls together. And well, Trish called her mama, called her mom, Bonnie, and Bonnie came there to help her out and to help get her life back in order, and try to get, not back in order, but in some semblance of normalcy. And anyway, but now, have you ever known a woman who, this is Bonnie, who's been on being the center of attention no matter what it takes? Now that's Bonnie, okay, and no matter what age she was, she had to be the center of attention. Now she dresses much younger, more like a rebellious teenager. And she talks really loud, and her laughter is like a cackle. And it's all meant to get attention on herself. She doesn't care what kind of attention it is. She wants it on herself. And whether it's negative, positive, any negative attention, she just says, that it's people who complain, they're haters, they're, something. She will find a way to make it that they have the problem, not she. She doesn't have a problem, but they have a problem. They're just old, and they're just one of those old-fashioned types, or they're just, all into their own shell, and they don't believe in ever sticking out. It's always something that they are at fault. She's never, to her. Okay. Now, let's see. I have some notes here. So she loves to gossip in a malicious fashion. Okay, she will gossip. And all the while, she's stating how superior she is to the person she's gossiping about. That she wouldn't do that, but here's what this person does. Now, that's not to say that it's true. What the gossip, it doesn't have to be. Okay, she can make it all up. Anyway, and also when someone is suffering, she makes it her drama. Okay, now this is kind of, I've seen in my own life, rather common. They have to be the center of attention, so they'll let the person have the attention on them for a little bit, but then that's enough. They have a limit. Now it's got to be back on them. That's their kind of mentality. Okay, now that's enough about her, background kind of thing for this one. But now, once Bonnie, 51 years old, once she returned to Victorson County, that's where her daughter is, to help her daughter Trish out, after Trish's husband, just suddenly disappeared, like I said, Bonnie decided to get herself, her own virtual county account. Okay, virtual county is the county's own social media platform. People in that county, they prefer just to be everything about the county and seclude themselves from others, and pretty much are. Okay, and for the most part. And now, much to her surprise, when she decided to do this, she had to go to the local grocery store and share, to get this account, and she had to give them her driver's license, and it was difficult for her to get one because she had been living in the big city, and she had to verify it with a picture ID and show her address and all that. So her parents, they were still alive, helped her because Bonnie actually has property there in the good part. The part, some people that live in one area, they can't get a property in the most part of Victorson County. If they live in a town that's actually called the Outlaws, they can't buy property unless they're a descendant that wasn't born there in the Outlaws. Anyway, it took her several days to get her ID and from her parents' address, and they agreed to help and all that. Now, once she got her virtual county, called VC account, she quickly got into the latest section. They just opened up a section of virtual county that actually allowed it was for adults only, to be on it. Nobody else, but adults only. And they only use pseudonyms. They did not ever say their real names. If they did, they could get, first they thought about just kicking them off immediately, but it became more of a strike 3, you're out kind of thing. And so they were to use their pseudonyms. Now, if they were going to be on camera, they have it to where it's altered. Voices are altered also, and automatically. And now, if they're going to show products and talk about their business, they have to have a separate business account where they can use their real names on that. Okay, so Bonnie got her cell phone, this account. It was later on that they decided that the only other social media platforms called the Outlaws, the Outcast Online. That's from that town called the Outlaws. That's where the station was. Anyway, they decided to open up to the rest of the county. And first, it was virtual county. They decided to open up to them too. Then, the person who owns and runs, he owns it, Outcast Online, he decided he was going to open up to the whole county. So, but when Bonnie first got her virtual county account, they weren't open to them either way. And now she has not told her daughter Trish that she has a house, she has inheritance that her parents are. Bonnie has it that her parents are giving. She didn't tell her dad. I mean, not her dad, but Trish's dad, but her husband, Bonnie's husband. They don't know, and she's going to keep it that way, and as long as she can. That's just how she is. But she has good reasons in her mind, so she believes that she does it that way. So anyway, so she had to go through her parents to do this. A 51-year-old woman had to go through her parents. And anyway, so once she got on it, she started noticing, that this new adults-only section of virtual county. They had a lot of forums, message boards, all these kinds of things. And well, she saw that people wrote drama stories. And while she was checking around on everything, and they're fictional stories, and she just decided she couldn't wait till she would do her own. She has that kind of opinion of herself, that it would, she would do it and it would be about gossip. And, those would be all about gossip and anything else to get attention. She would get on there and she would just do that in her free time, because she is helping her daughter Trish and her grandchildren, Trish's children, and she also is going, she's going to have a job and all that. She has her own business that she can run from home, but more to that.